And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday Night Smackdown. I've got the paper right now in my hands. The exemptions list is going to be made here tonight, starting with this match. The Hart Foundation, former tag team champions, coming out to the ring. Obviously, they've had their issues the past couple of weeks with Mark Henry and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Tonight, it comes to a head. One of these two teams will earn exemption from the NXT draft. Is it going to be the Hart Foundation, or is it going to be the team of Mark Henry and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the world's strongest dragons?
And their opponents.
This is a tables match, and it is going to be very difficult to decide who has the advantage here. Mark Henry, are you going to be able to lift that man high enough and plow him through a table? Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is a very wily individual. Are you going to be able to catch him? But the Hart Foundation, they've definitely had their fair share of pile drivers handed out to the superstars of SmackDown. And are we going to see a pile driver through a table here tonight? And here we go. One person falls through a table, and that is all it takes. They are not exempt. They lose this rivalry match, and they will be eligible for the NXT draft. If you're Mark Henry and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, you've just got this new connection, this newfound friendship. You do not want to be separated by a draft. Later tonight, we're going to have huge matches coming up. Kurt Angle will take on Antonio Cesaro for the United States Championship. It is for exemption, but exemption is in the title only. The U.S. Championship will be defended on NXT as well. It will be the bridge from SmackDown to NXT. We're also going to see the World Heavyweight Champion Samoa Joe defend his championship against Randy Orton, who has definitely deserved it. He's been taking down the Militia one person at a time for the past 3 weeks. And tonight he will face Samoa Joe for the championship. Shield will be in action if Dean Ambrose shows up. The titles will be on the line. If he doesn't show up, the titles will not be on the line. And if Militia were to win the match, they will win exemption, but they will not win the championships. If Dean Ambrose shows up, it will be a 3-on-3 match. Whoever wins gets the titles and gets the exemption. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat now taking it to the extreme, taking a chair to the back of Owen Hart and to the back of the head of Bret Hart. The Hardcore Championship is going to be defended in a fatal 4-way Extreme Rules match. Cody Rhodes, Corey Graves, Shawn Michaels, and Zack Ryder have all proved their worth, and now they want to earn exemption by winning the Hardcore Championship. And look at that. That table in the corner has been bashed against 2 or 3 times. Definitely the structure of that table is not going to hold up for very much longer. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat taking it to Owen Hart. Bret Hart matched up against Mark Henry. Who has the advantage in this match? Oh my god, look at that. Again, that table has just been bashed into the corner. It's not going to take too long for that table to give way, and it seems to be the point. I mean, Owen Hart here. Oh, German suplex. Oh, and he just barely missed the table. That definitely would have been it. That German suplex was high enough to put Mark Henry through the table. It was just barely off point. Owen Hart, arm drag, taking down Mark Henry. Leg drop. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat here, trying for a suplex. Bret Hart reverses. Owen Hart throwing Mark Henry over the top rope and bashing him to the outside of the ring. The Hart Foundation on the inside. Owen Hart looking to turn the table away from that corner. Apparently that corner's bad luck. No, he puts it back in the corner, maybe just repositioning it, making sure that it is weak and that someone will be able to go through it. I mean, that table has been just bashed against this whole match, and it hasn't broke once. It's got to do a lot of damage to some of these superstars. Neck breaker on the outside to Mark Henry. What an excellent job of keeping Mark Henry out of this match. Oh, shoulder block, and he caught the table. Doesn't count. The table has to break. Mark Henry tossing Owen Hart into the ring. No, he doesn't catch him. Owen Hart resisting Mark Henry. Oh my god, and Bret Hart is just smashed. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat through the table, and it is done. That's it. Like I said, what an excellent maneuver from the Hart Foundation. You can tell that they have been tag teaming for quite some time. They isolated Mark Henry on the outside of the ring, and they let Bret Hart do the dirty work on the inside and bashing. Oh my god, just destroying Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat got sent through that table. That table exploded in a million pieces. I mean, look at this replay here. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat just destroyed by that shoulder block through the table. And the Hart Foundation have earned exemption. I am writing their names down right now. Bret and Owen, along with the champions and or the Militia and or the Shield tonight, will earn exemption. The Hart Foundation, the first group to earn exemption from the NXT draft. And here we go. It is time for the Hardcore Championship to be put up on the line. Cody Rhodes about to defend the Hardcore Championship against 3 game competitors here tonight. Zack Ryder, who has looked impressive in the last 3 weeks. He's netted wins against HBK and Corey Graves. He's pinned them both. He is the first competitor Cody Rhodes will face. Perhaps it is a fatal 4-way elimination Extreme Rules match. And here comes the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, the man who taught Corey Graves all he needs to know. Shawn Michaels was very upset last week after all of his interference and interruptions in that match. Came from nothing, and it really put Zack Ryder in this match. Shawn Michaels was pinned by Cody Rhodes 2 weeks ago on Smackdown in a stunning loss. Is Shawn Michaels losing his touch? And here comes Zack Ryder, the man that's pinned Corey Graves, the man that's pinned Shawn Michaels tonight. If he pins all 3 of these superstars, he will be the new Hardcore Champion. And in the words of Zack Ryder, that would be sick. Zack Ryder has not done a lot in my universe mode. Hell, I'm not the biggest Zack Ryder fan, but he is impressing the WWE Universe. And when you impress the WWE Universe, you get your shot. Tonight, if he wants to avoid the NXT draft, he has to win the championship. And the final competitor, obviously, is Corey Graves. This man has been touted out as being the best up-and-comer in the game by Shawn Michaels. Last week, he couldn't get the job done against Zack Ryder, leader of the Filth Parade. Corey Graves, tattooed, stayed down on the 2 of his fists. He is not a happy individual. He will certainly take shortcuts, and he thinks that the Hardcore Championship is his to lose. Corey Graves absolutely filthy as an individual, and that's what makes him perfect for this championship. The Hardcore Championship is on the line, and look at this crowd. They're ready to see some action here tonight. Corey Graves, Cody Rhodes, Zack Ryder, and the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, all fighting to become the Hardcore Champion. You gotta wonder what the motives are in this match. Zack Ryder obviously doesn't want to be downgraded to NXT and to be lost in the shuffle. Cody Rhodes He was a man who was the underdog when he won the championship. He's pinned Shawn Michaels twice. I mean, a month ago, he pinned Shawn Michaels to get in to the Hardcore Championship match at Night of Champions. Corey Graves obviously thinks that the Hardcore Championship is his to lose. He embodies what the Hardcore Championship is all about. The leader of the Filth Parade. And then you have Shawn Michaels. I'm not quite sure what his angle is in this. Does he want to become the Hardcore Champion? I don't think so. In my sneaky suspicion, I think that Shawn Michaels thinks he's losing his touch, and he wants to prove that he can beat these three young guys, these three new up-and-comers in the WWE. He wants to prove that he indeed still has it. And here we go. It's going to start to get extreme here. Cody Rhodes going for a weapon. The crowd. And the crowd, look at the crowd. The crowd has been given special weapons here tonight. We've got a guitar from that man in the front row. They will be giving out weapons left and right. And Cody Rhodes taking, oh my God. And he is trying to hit Shawn Michaels with that guitar. Shawn Michaels knows better than that. Cody Rhodes rolling that leg on the outside. On the inside, Corey Graves getting worked over by Zack Ryder. This is a match that really fits the tone of Corey Graves. Corey Graves lives in the world of hardcore. If ECW were still around, I would have no doubt that Corey Graves would be the ECW champion. A rough and gruff attitude. Look at that spine buster. Look at that. He's just the perfect blend of a superstar. His finishing move is a submission move. He can win on that front. He can injure you out. Oh my God. Oh, atomic drop. He is very quick on his feet. He likes to take punishment. He likes to dish punishment out. He loves hardcore matches. It is unbelievable. He could have been ECW champ had that brand still been around. Now he's looking for the Hardcore Championship, and there you go, off the top rope. Double axe handle to Zack Ryder, off the rope again. Like I said, this is an elimination match. Cody Rhodes is not going to get screwed out of this championship. And they keep trying to take the weapons out from under the ring, but they keep getting interrupted. Zack Ryder now falling to a hip buster. Oh my God, a knee straight to the hip of Zack Ryder. And if you notice, Corey Graves and Shawn Michaels have really tried to avoid each other in this match. They are mentor and student. Zack Ryder and Cody Rhodes, not really friends per se, but definitely not enemies. Oh my God, what a massive spine buster there to the Hardcore Champion. And Corey Graves attacking the legs. Doing the dirty work early. Corey Graves kicks straight to the back from Cody Rhodes. Zack Ryder. Nice power bomb there. And these two are feuding on the outside. I mean, we go. Cody Rhodes reverse DDT. Reverse DDT to the back of the head of Corey Graves. And now Cody Rhodes has tried to attack Zack Ryder. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is where friends become enemies here. Corey Graves staring down Michaels. Is Corey Graves and Shawn Michaels, are they gonna, they're having some words here right in front of us. They're having some words right in front of us. And oh my God, no, now they're facing off and Shawn Michaels makes the first move. Shawn Michaels throwing Corey Graves into the middle of the ring. And it boils down to this. They do not want to be drafted to NXT. It is every man for themselves. And there was a little dispute. Corey Graves looking to submit Zack Ryder here. Is Zack Ryder going to give up to the leader of the Filth Parade? Did he? Is he gone? I don't think he is. Shawn Michaels. Oh my God, I think Shawn Michaels is going to tune up the band here. Corey Graves going for a pin. 1, 2, 3, and Zack Ryder's out. Cody Rhodes it's pretty much a 1-on-2 situation if Shawn Michaels and Corey Graves wanted to team up. Corey Graves taking down Shawn Michaels, and he's got a leg maneuver there. It's not the Lucky 13, but he is trying to destroy the leg of Shawn Michaels. I don't think it worked. I think Shawn Michaels kicked out of that quite easily. Shawn Michaels going for a roll-up. 1, 2, no. And Corey Graves rolling up Shawn Michaels. Cody Rhodes watching in glee. 1, 2, no. And Shawn Michaels draping Corey over the back. 1, no. And these two, if you're Cody Rhodes, you get out of the ring and you lay low. Corey Graves trying to go for a weapon, it seemed. Cody Rhodes interrupting, and I don't think that was a wise move. But that's what happens when you're Cody Rhodes, when you want to be a classy champion. I don't know how you could be a classy hardcore champion. I don't know if that even exists. And now Shawn Michaels and Corey Graves on the same page as they want to take out the hardcore champion, Cody Rhodes. Oh, Shawn Michaels looks to do something devious here, and he attacks Corey from behind. Oh my god. The teacher turning on student turning on the teacher. And that's what the hardcore championship is all about. And Shawn Michaels, oh my god, Boston Crab. Is Corey Graves going to tap out here? I'm not quite sure if it would count. It is on the outside of the ring. Doesn't matter. Leader of the Filth Parade, Corey Graves, does not submit. Oh, and Corey Graves attacking Shawn Michaels from behind. Oh my god, these two have really just attacked each other left and right. And oh my god, Cody Rhodes. Oh, Crossroads on the outside. I mean, that padding is only about a ½ inch thick. Under that is complete concrete. Cody Rhodes, big boot to the side of the head. Cody Rhodes has done the damage to Corey Graves. Someone just has to pin that man, and it is over. Corey Graves trying to get back to his feet. Cody Rhodes with a it looks like he was going for that kendo stick under the ring. Shawn Michaels has introduced a table to this environment. Ryder has been eliminated. Very disappointing run for him. And oh, Shawn Michaels, kendo stick straight to the back of Corey Graves. And Cody Rhodes again. I think he was going for the Crossroads again on the outside. Oh no, and a double team maneuver. Cody Rhodes teaming with Shawn Michaels. Oh, double suplex to Corey Graves. Corey Graves reverses insecurity to the side of the head. Corey Graves is being double teamed here by his former mentor. I guess maybe they're still mentor-student, but I don't know if that relationship can last after this match. Sweet chin music! Oh my god! Connecting to Corey Graves. Corey Graves gets back up immediately. Unbelievable. He has taken so much damage here. And Shawn Michaels throwing Corey Graves back into the middle of the ring, and just as that happens, Cody Rhodes tries to attack Shawn Michaels. There is no allies when it comes to the Hardcore Championship. Oh, what a nice, strong, closed fist right hand straight to the jaw of Shawn Michaels. Oh, and here we go, another tag team maneuver, Russian leg sweep to Cody Rhodes. Maybe they'll be able to put this match behind them, but Corey Graves and Shawn Michaels have really dealt a lot of damage to each other when they easily could have just double-teamed Cody Rhodes. Crossroads again to Corey Graves on the outside. Corey Graves reverses. Face first goes Cody Rhodes. Corey Graves tosses Cody Rhodes into the middle of the ring. Oh, and Corey Graves going for a submission on Cody Rhodes. He's got that same maneuver. It's going to separate the knee. It's going to destroy the knee, and I don't know if Cody Rhodes tapped out, but Corey Graves let it go. He was trying to attack the knee even further. Cody Rhodes, a third Crossroads to Corey Graves, and this is it. Corey Graves is done. 1, 2, 3. You can't take 3 finishers and still survive a match, and now it's down to Cody Rhodes and Shawn Michaels. Cody Rhodes, knee to the gut. 1, 2, no! Shawn Michaels kicks out. Shawn Michaels fighting to prove that he still has it with these young dogs. Cody Rhodes still trying to retain the Hardcore Championship. Zack Ryder's been taken out. Corey Graves has been taken out. Roll up, 1, 2, 3, and Cody Rhodes again defying the odds and is still the Hardcore Champion. Cody Rhodes has made mentor and student Corey Graves and Shawn Michaels attack each other. He has repelled the hot Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder has been undefeated the past month. Cody Rhodes still the classiest hardcore champion in the WWE. Impressive victory here. The game-changing moment is Cody Rhodes getting involved in Shawn Michaels, Corey Graves, and making them attack each other with such ferocity. And it really gave him the advantage. Cody Rhodes still the hardcore champion, standing tall, and he does earn exemption from the draft. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes isn't going anywhere. And welcome back to Friday Night Smackdown, and it is time for the United States Championship match. Kurt Angle, Mr. USA, Save Wrestling 2020, the United States Champion. He has been wrestling in his own head about whether he wants the United States Championship or not. Former World Heavyweight Champion Kurt Angle, one of the most impressive stars of Friday Night Smackdown. If he loses tonight and gets drafted to NXT, he will be a member of NXT. Obviously, the United States Championship will still be a feature on NXT, and it will bridge the gap between SmackDown and NXT. But that does not make you a SmackDown superstar. Only when you can win and defeat the United States Champion will you be called a SmackDown superstar. Antonio Cesaro now making his way to the ring. This man has looked impressive, and he is a genius of the mind as well. For the past month, he and Kurt Angle have been dealing with the so-called assassins, the so-called hitmen of SmackDown, Bo Dallas and Aiden English. And last week, it looked like Cesaro was just having a little bit of fun with the champion, Kurt Angle. Made Kurt Angle wrestle nearly 90% of the match against the hitmen. Maybe it was to weaken up the United States Champion. This isn't about exemption for Antonio Cesaro. He wants to prove a point. He wants to prove that he is championship material in my universe mode. Cesaro close friends with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, the world champion. Kurt Angle, the current United States champion, has been the United States champion for quite some time. Was the feature of Dean Ambrose's obsession for the past couple of months. But now he's got to deal with the Swiss Superman Antonio Cesaro. Cesaro, a nice uppercut there, and those are where he really shines. Those European uppercuts. I mean, it's actually very interesting. Antonio Cesaro, pretty much the king of Europe, going up against the man, the machine, the cyborg of the United States, Kurt Angle. What a huge victory it would be for Cesaro here tonight to knock off the United States champion. Cesaro, a very strong individual, a very impressive individual. Can he knock off the gold medalist, the former world champion, former WWE champion? Antonio Cesaro, headbutt, now going for the belly-to-belly suplex, taking down Kurt Angle. This is going to be a very physical matchup. I'm assuming that Kurt Angle is going to go for a lot of ground maneuvers, try to keep Cesaro on the ground, where Kurt Angle can wrestle him and use his wrestling maneuvers to his advantage. Whereas I think that Cesaro is going to be extremely striking in this match. He's going to use a lot of uppercuts. He's going to have a lot of big boots and a lot of maneuvers that create a lot of damage. Nice back suplex there to Kurt Angle. What is the game plan going to be in this match? There you go. You see Cesaro getting very physical, very fast. And Kurt Angle throwing an elbow back. Cesaro back in control. Angle knee to the gut. Cesaro reverses. Scoop slam takedown. Doesn't even try for the pin. He knows he's got to do more. Kurt Angle throwing Cesaro to the mat. And now stomping him, and an elbow to the back of the head. This is extremely more physical than I thought Kurt Angle was going to get here. But hey, he's the United States Champion. He has been for a long time. Let him do what he wants. Goes for a, wow, what a sit-down powerbomb by Cesaro. And what the strength. I mean, he was just whipping around Kurt Angle like a rag doll. Kurt Angle throwing Cesaro off the ropes, turning him around. German suplex connecting to the Swiss Superman. Kurt Angle now. Look at him. Look at him. He's being extremely interesting here in his game plan tonight. Taking the fight to Cesaro. I thought he would try to slow Cesaro down and try to weaken Cesaro from the ground. But it is not what Kurt Angle has been showing in this match. Kurt Angle might have, I mean, last week Cesaro might have struck a nerve in Kurt Angle by messing around the way he did in that tag team match. Kurt Angle here going for the Angle Slam, connecting to Cesaro out of nowhere, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, Cesaro has just got caught by Angle. I mean, Angle took the physicality straight to Antonio Cesaro. Unbelievable. I mean, Cesaro... everybody thought that Kurt Angle was going to come out and try to slow this match down. Kurt Angle came out and attacked the hell out of Cesaro. This is not good for Cesaro. Cesaro does not earn the championship. He does not earn exemption. And Antonio Cesaro is in danger of being drafted. The United States champion is still Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle will defend it on NXT. But he will still be called a Smackdown superstar. Kurt Angle handily defeating Cesaro here tonight on Smackdown. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the 6-man tag team match. And here comes the Militia. Obviously earning the right to rejoin the Militia, Kofi Kingston leading the pack. Sergeant Slaughter giving that honor to Kofi Kingston. After last week, Yokozuna and Kofi Kingston, the teamwork they showed in defeating the Shield. The question is, will Dean Ambrose show up? He didn't show up last week. It gave Yokozuna and Kofi Kingston the absolute advantage in that match. And here comes the call. Sierra, Hotel, Indigo, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield. And is it going to be true? Here we go. We've got the Roman Reigns, one half of the tag team champions. Is Dean Ambrose? And he is. Dean Ambrose is with the rest of the Shield. We don't know what happened to Dean Ambrose last week, but he showed up this week, the week that really mattered. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, the Shield, solidarity shown in between them. And they are ready for a battle against the Militia. The Shield has been dominant in 3-man competition, 3-on-3. And they are ready to face off against the Militia. This means that the tag team championships are on the line. And here we go. Dean Ambrose starting off the match against Sergeant Slaughter. Dean Ambrose has lost his will to be a SmackDown superstar and yet he is here helping his team members fight this match. And immediately a pile driver straight to the head of Dean Ambrose. I mean, we didn't get an interview with Dean Ambrose. He's been missing for 2 weeks. I mean, he showed up here tonight, but is his mind in the same place that it was 2 weeks ago where he wanted to be drafted? Dean Ambrose going after Kofi Kingston. Nice neck breaker taking him down. Oh, look at that. Yokozuna grabbed a piece of hair of Dean Ambrose and he's choking the life out of Dean Ambrose. The Militia just being ruthless in this match. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. They know that Dean Ambrose immediately needs to make a tag here. And Dean Ambrose does go to the corner, and in comes Roman Reigns. The powerhouse of the Shield. The suave, smooth criminal. Has a way with the ladies. And with the men, he is absolutely fierce. As he destroys them with the spear or the power bomb. Kofi Kingston being thrown over the top rope here. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. A clubbing blow to the chest. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins converging on Kofi Kingston. Now Kofi Kingston in trouble here.
Now, who does a methodical pace benefit, King? Well, whenever the dominating competitor takes his time, it gives
Roman Reigns
a chance to catch their breath. So
gets kneed into the gut. Kofi Kingston monkey flip. Now Kofi Kingston separating himself from the Shield's corner. Kofi Kingston throwing Roman Reigns into the corner of the Militia. And look at that, a poke to the eye. They're just being so dirty in this match.
Who's going to get the upper hand?
The tag team champions obviously do not want to lose their championships.
Oh, come on now. That was just uncalled for.
Dean Ambrose just bashing Kofi Kingston's head against the mat. It has been a back and forth battle so far.
He swung wild with that one.
And this match might take a long time to get done, and we are just getting started. Yokozuna addressing some of the fans here in attendance. Kofi Kingston, an elbow to the face of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, Samoan drop, taking down Kofi Kingston. And in comes Seth Rollins. And in comes Yokozuna, the fastest member of the Shield, going up against the biggest man in the WWE. Seth Rollins facing a belly-to-belly suplex from Yokozuna, and this is not a good spot for Seth Rollins. Knee to the gut. Seth Rollins definitely needs to bring in Dean Ambrose or Roman Reigns. I mean, you just cannot fight against Yokozuna with just speed alone. Yokozuna is too big of an individual. Back suplex connecting to Seth Rollins. And though I say that, I mean, the Shield has proved people wrong before.
There's going to be a lot of offense in this match.
And look at that reverse DDT connecting. Seth Rollins taking Yokozuna down. And a neck breaker again, taking Yokozuna down. I'm very impressed with Seth Rollins in this matchup against Yokozuna. Yokozuna dragging Seth Rollins into the middle of the ring, and this is why this match is going to be a little while, because there is 6 men in this match, and I don't think any of these teams are going to allow for a pinfall to happen. Oh, nice kick straight to the face. And Seth Rollins has really done some damage to Yokozuna, surprisingly enough. Yokozuna, really the most impressive man from the Militia in my personal point of view. Man who hasn't had an opportunity at the championship yet, but when he does, if he does, I'm sure will be a complete threat to whoever the champion may be. Yokozuna. A massive Samoan drop to Seth Rollins. And Yokozuna attacking the arm of Seth Rollins. Just look at the big amount of body weight that he is just landing upon Seth Rollins. And this is what Seth Rollins had to do. He gets Yokozuna in his corner. Yokozuna fights out of it, and the Shield tried to grab Yokozuna a bit too late. 1, 2, no. Seth Rollins kicks out immediately. Seth Rollins again has to get one of the other two in this match, and he successfully does. In comes Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose kicking Yokozuna straight to the face. And look at that, choking the life out of Yokozuna right now. Dean Ambrose, the lunatic fringe of the Shield. He takes a lot of punishment and he dishes a lot of punishment out. A very strange individual. Has been hit in the head a bit too much in my point of view. Extremely obsessive. Definitely had some issues in the past with his parents and with his personal life. And you can see it that it's bled through to his wrestling career. Because he is not what I would call a sane individual. Dean Ambrose rolling out of the ring, and he's coming to the announce table. He has goaded Yokozuna to the outside. I don't think this was a very wise move. Seth Rollins protecting Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose elbow to the face of Yokozuna. And if you're gonna lay down some finishing maneuvers on any member of the Militia, it should be Yokozuna. You need to get that man down and out. And Dean Ambrose here has Yokozuna cornered. Yokozuna falling. Oh my God. Head straight first into the mat. Referee going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh my God, so close to a 3 count. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I was about to go nuts. Yokozuna would have been defeated by Dean Ambrose. This match would have been over. And in turn, Dean Ambrose... Look at this. Dean Ambrose going for the pin again. 1. Oh my God, Dean Ambrose, for weeks, has not wanted NXT exemption. And yet here he is. Oh my God, and Kofi Kingston out of nowhere, hitting that crossbody, opening up Yokozuna to get a tag here to Sergeant Slaughter. They had Yokozuna where they wanted him, and now Sergeant Slaughter enters the mix. But Dean Ambrose has not wanted exemption from NXT, and suddenly it seems like he is trying extremely hard to win this match for his Shield brethren. Oh no, Sergeant Slaughter with the Cobra Clutch. It might be over. Might be over. No. Dean Ambrose holds on long enough for Seth Rollins to come in and break it up. And Sergeant Slaughter tossing Seth Rollins into his corner. Seth Rollins trying to fight out of it. Seth Rollins isn't even the legal man. I mean, look at this. Dean Ambrose is taking the fight to the Militia. Sergeant Slaughter, the leader of the Militia. The man who gave Kofi Kingston his, I guess his stripes back. Roman Reigns went for that Superman punch, got dropped with a big back body drop, and now being choked by Sergeant Slaughter. Roman Reigns, the freshest superstar of the Shield. DDT connecting from Sergeant Slaughter. And this has been an epic match so far. I expect nothing less from the Shield. Roman Reigns, nice Russian leg sweep there. Another running DDT, taking Roman Reigns down. Sergeant Slaughter doing a good job of destroying the powerhouse of the Shield, Roman Reigns. Look at this, he's just attacking the arm. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins can do nothing but watch as Sergeant Slaughter picks apart Roman Reigns. If the Militia were to win this match, they will become the new tag team champions. Whichever two of those that they decide will hold the championships will become the champions. Roman Reigns belly-to-belly suplex, trying to create some space away from Sergeant Slaughter and try to get back into this match.
This is about skill and power.
Roman Reigns now back suplex connecting to Sergeant Slaughter. And now just bashing the head of Sergeant Slaughter against the mat. And Roman Reigns. Oh, atomic drop. Roman Reigns keeps attempting to get the upper hand here, but Sergeant Slaughter just meets him at every end. Oh, and look at that, just raking the back of Roman Reigns. I mean, he does have a protective vest. But you haven't seen the talons on Sergeant Slaughter's fingernails. They are extremely sharp. You ever shake that man's hand? Sergeant Slaughter now again looking to pick up Hart. Oh, and look at this knee straight to the back, and a submission hold is in effect. The Shield just sacrificing their own bodies to break up that submission maneuver. Dean Ambrose trying to get out of the ring. Oh, Dean Ambrose almost got his team disqualified. Sergeant Slaughter going for the pin. 1-2, no. Sergeant Slaughter almost falling to the pin from Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Kofi Kingston in this match, interfering as much as possible. Roman Reigns in the corner of the Militia, and Sergeant Slaughter on the outside of the ring right now. And both of them distracted. Sergeant Slaughter catches Roman Reigns. Full Nelson. Is Roman Reigns going to give up? He does not. And the Shield coming into the ring. It's all breaking down here. Sergeant Slaughter taking down Rollins. Oh, and look at that. Roman Reigns just getting the life choked out of him in the corner of the Militia. He has just been beaten down. He needs to make a tag. Roman Reigns dishes out a lot of punishment, but he hasn't really been the one to take it during his lineage at the Shield. 1-2, oh! Shield almost picking up a victory there. And look at this, Dean Ambrose attacking Kofi Kingston. Look at this. He's got him in a chicken wing. Oh, and taking out Kofi Kingston. Seth Rollins takes out Sergeant Slaughter. And the Shield in total control here. I mean, total chaos. Dean Ambrose gets the tag. In comes Dean Ambrose. Sergeant Slaughter dodges out of the way. Dean Ambrose catches him. Reverse neck breaker. Dean Ambrose gonna go for the pin here. Dean Ambrose trying really hard for the Shield to win this match. 1-2. Oh no, broken up by Yokozuna and Kofi Kingston. And Dean Ambrose hitting Dirty Deeds once again for the second time in the match. Shield covering. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Dean Ambrose has eliminated Sergeant Slaughter. And apparently this is an elimination style match. And yes, it is being confirmed. It is an elimination style match. I did not know that. Dean Ambrose now taking the fight to Kofi Kingston. Dean Ambrose has defeated the leader of the Militia. Dean Ambrose needs to get out of the ring. He's going to be disqualified. Seth Rollins taking the fight to Kofi Kingston. The Shield definitely in control. I am very surprised. Oh, Trouble in Paradise out of nowhere. I am very surprised that the Shield has been able to act as a team. I mean, look at Yokozuna. Not going to be good enough. Oh, Yokozuna tried to isolate, but he is only one man. Roll up. Kofi Kingston. 1, 2. Oh, and it gets reversed. Seth Rollins going for a roll up. 1, 2, 3. And Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose, Yokozuna is the only man left against the Shield. Dean Ambrose has showed up, and he is putting his own career on with the Shield. Oh, look at that. Seth Rollins accidentally drop-kicking the referee. Referee not happy about it. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Yokozuna, the only surviving member of the Militia, and in comes Roman Reigns, the powerhouse of the Shield. Seth Rollins taking out Kofi Kingston. Dean Ambrose taking out Sergeant Slaughter. It is only fit that Roman Reigns spears the hell out of Yokozuna and taking them out of exemption. 1, 2, no. Roman Reigns kicks out. This crowd extremely in favor of the Shield. Very happy with how this match has turned out.
A bit of a test of strength here.
Two behemoths battling in the middle of that ring right now. Roman Reigns gets the advantage, back suplex to Yokozuna. And again, just taking the fists to the face of Yokozuna. If Yokozuna falls here, if he submits to the 1-2-3 by any member of the Shield, he will put his Militia at risk. Sergeant Slaughter, Yokozuna, and Kofi Kingston will be eligible for NXT Draft. And with 17 members of Friday Night SmackDown going to be going to NXT, it is a very risky move not to win. Samoan drop, taking down Roman Reigns. Yokozuna, this is his chance. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and it doesn't happen. It gets broken up by Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. I mean, they are the two fastest members of the Shield. And hell, even Roman Reigns would be able to get in there and destroy. Roman Reigns, there's that Superman punch. Going for the pin. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, and that is it. Yokozuna submits, and the Militia is at risk. Dean Ambrose adding his name onto the list of exemptions here tonight. He has sacrificed his possible new beginnings on NXT to help his Shield brethren defend their tag team championships. Dean Ambrose has sacrificed everything. Dean Ambrose had hopes of going to NXT, becoming NXT champion, and making something better of himself. So far in my Universe mode, he's been quite a disappointment. But look at him, showing solidarity in the Shield as they have defeated Yokozuna, and most importantly, they have defeated the Militia. The Militia is at risk of being drafted to NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Samoa Joe faces off against the Viper, Randy Orton. Well, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is for the World Heavyweight Championship. As Justin Roberts just said, it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Samoa Joe, your World Heavyweight Champion, is defending against the Viper, Randy Orton. Here is the story. Randy Orton was given an opportunity earlier this month for a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. All he had to do was take out the former people he used to bodyguard, the Militia, and all month long Randy Orton has been whooping their ass. He has defeated Kofi Kingston, he defeated Yokozuna, and he defeated Sergeant Slaughter. He earned this match against Samoa Joe, and last week Samoa Joe looked him in the face, raised his hand, and said, one-on-one next week, me and you, for the World Heavyweight Championship. Samoa Joe, a very impressive individual. I mean, look at that. He's such a big man, and with such agility, such speed. He is definitely a game World Heavyweight Champion. Wrestled it away and has been holding it ever since. I mean, he defeated 2 men 3 weeks ago on Friday Night SmackDown, but can he defeat the Viper, Randy Orton? Randy Orton coming down to the ring. Like we said, he earned his opportunity. Randy Orton has been through a long, long line of superstars, and he has finally made it to the World Heavyweight Championship scene. Months ago, he faced off against TNA original James Storm. Randy Orton was not a fan of the TNA originals coming in and taking his spot, so he said. He easily defeated James Storm, took his girlfriend Layla, and then he would move on to feud with Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas and AJ Lee would face off against Randy Orton and Layla, and Randy Orton handedly defeated those two. Randy Orton then became the bodyguard of the Militia, protected them all last month, and now this month when he was promised a world championship shot from Sergeant Slaughter, and Sergeant Slaughter couldn't deliver. Randy Orton turned his back on the Militia, took them out one by one, and is now here in the main event of Friday Night SmackDown for the World Heavyweight Champion. If anyone has had a really hard journey in my universe mode, it has definitely been Randy Orton.
Weighing 245 pounds, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton.
The Apex Predator would love nothing more than become the king of SmackDown once again, to be the king of the jungle of Friday Night SmackDown and to hold that World Heavyweight Championship, but he has to go through the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, one last look at the title, the referee presenting the championship to Randy Orton. Huge match coming up on Friday Night SmackDown. Samoa Joe has only been a champion for the month. Will he be able to defend against Randy Orton? And here we go, starting off this match. Samoa Joe gets behind the back of Randy Orton and takes him down. Samoa Joe, a very sound competitor, both in wrestling ability, striking ability, submission ability. He's very fast. Randy Orton, one of the best technical wrestlers of this generation.
The championship hangs in the balance.
Elbow to the face. Randy Orton now in control. Samoa Joe powers out for a second time. Randy Orton is going to have to use his cunning and his technical ability against Samoa Joe. He's not going to be able to wrestle the championship away. He has to hit his RKO. And with Randy Orton, that RKO can come virtually out of anywhere. Samoa Joe, nice scoop slam there, connecting to Randy Orton. Samoa Joe kicked straight to the spine of Randy Orton now.
The championship at stake, you know these superstars will give everything they have to win here tonight.
Oh, what the, look at the torque on that neck breaker.
Did you hear how his leg connected? Right hand by Randy.
Randy Orton ready to be called champion once again.
Fails to connect. Ouch, what a landing.
Samoa Joe going off the ropes here.
Remember,
What was he going for? He was maybe just trying to keep the blood pumping and playing around with Orton. Orton, Luthez press. Couple of fists to the face. That'll wake Samoa Joe up. You cannot mess around when you're in the ring with the Viper Randy Orton.
wow, that might have broken his jaw. And he gets out of the way.
Nice uppercut there. Samoa Joe pushes Orton away. And the battle begins again for supremacy. And shoulder block from Orton. Orton in control. Samoa Joe, nice German suplex from Orton. Randy Orton reverses. Samoa Joe, reverse kick to the face.
Oh, what a painful kick.
It has been a pretty even match so far. No superstar really showing the advantage.
Putting those educated feet to good use. What should we expect from Randy Orton here, King? Oh, geez. You know, these competitors
Randy
are so
Orton
evenly matched, I wouldn't even begin to guess at this point.
being thrown over the top rope. Randy Orton elbow to the face of Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe staggered. And Randy Orton, look at that. He's got the angle slam and he connects it.
He drops the elbow.
Dropping that elbow on Samoa Joe. And Randy Orton ready to finish this match here. Samoa Joe not ready yet. Goes for the back fist. Gets reversed. Luthez and fists to the face of Samoa Joe. Randy Orton is slowly trying to put Samoa Joe away. But Samoa Joe is not a slow individual. He just goes for a German suplex. Samoa Joe now. Another back suplex affecting the back of Randy Orton, and there's the second one going for the German, and it does connect. Samoa Joe ready to finish this match. He's going for the pin. 1, 2. No, not going to happen. Samoa Joe, can he finish the job here? Randy Orton tossing him over the top rope. Pretty wise move. And Randy Orton Oh my god, vintage Orton. Oh, DDT. Suspended DDT from the ropes. And Orton now in control of the match. He's going to go for the pin here. Is this enough to put Joe away? One, no. Samoa Joe immediately kicking out. Randy Orton throwing Samoa Joe into the corner. Randy Orton, back suplex of his own. Oh my god. What the power of that back suplex. Is that enough? One, no. And Samoa Joe reversing the kick to the gut. Samoa Joe DDT connecting to Randy Orton. And I think he caught him on a bad angle. I think he's bleeding. 1, 2, 3. Samoa Joe with a reverse DDT connecting to Randy Orton. Wins him the championship. Oh my god. Well, I kind of want to see the replays here. I mean, they both had... I mean, Orton first hit the angle slam. Samoa Joe countered with the triple back suplexes to the German suplex. Samoa Joe would then get hit with the suspended DDT, and then Samoa Joe would hit a DDT of his own right here. I mean, look at him. He throws the foot down, and I don't know if Randy Orton just hit his head a little too hard, but he looks dazed, confused. He was bleeding on his head. And Samoa Joe is still your World Heavyweight Champion. Where's he going here? What? And it's John Cena and Sheamus from Monday Night Raw. And John Cena and Sheamus, what is going on here? And Samoa Joe celebrating with Raw. What is going on? John Cena and Sheamus celebrating the win with Samoa Joe, the WWE Champion, celebrating the win with Samoa Joe. Randy Orton is confused. Everyone in the crowd is confused. What is going on here? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to figure more of that out. I'll probably get the inside scoop. I'll talk to Sheamus, and I'll figure out what is going on in his head. But ladies and gentlemen, on Sunday, we are going to see the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view. Sheamus is fighting for exemption. John Cena is fighting for his championship against Hulk Hogan. CM Punk returned on Raw. Will he make an appearance? Many things are going to go on in my universe mode in the next week. We're going to have the draft all next week after the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view. So a lot of things are being shaken up. And what is Samoa Joe doing with Raw's WWE Champion and Sheamus? Very interesting indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, until Sunday, Derek D. Ginger King checking out.